When a woman has an experience, she takes the bold step to do the unusual. Maxwell's mom actually had 15 attempts of bringing children into the world. 7 survived. Maxwell happened to be the 7th child, in which she gave birth to him at home. Maxwell has a limb difference, and the big question on my mind is it because Maxwell's mom gave birth to him at home? If she had gone to the hospital, would things be different? Will Maxwell have his 2 legs intact and be walking with it today? A lot of questions running around your mind too, right? Same thing here. But yes, all that will be answered today by Maxwell himself on the program Against All Odds. Thank you for always joining us and staying with us on this program. Today promises to be very interesting. So I urge you to just sit tight wherever you are, grab a bite, grab a cup of tea, and let's do this together. My name is Tushma Pius Ikiravi, and the program Against All Odds on the Nigerian Television Authority. Don't go away. We will be back shortly.
This is Against All Odds.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, the program is Against All Odds on the Nigerian Television Authority, the NTA. And today I have with me Maxwell. Maxwell is a man with limb difference. Limb difference hasn't cost anything less in his life. He's been able to achieve all that he's been able to achieve with determination. Maxwell, thank you for coming on Against All Odds. It's good to have you here today.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure too.
You know, when we came in and I saw you standing outside, I was actually asking myself, I said, where's the disability? I thought he said he had physical disability. You know, I didn't know. I wouldn't have guessed that it was actually hidden under your trousers. Limb is an abnormal way of working, characterized by an uneven or unbalanced gait, often due to pain, weakness, or injury in one or both legs. It's a deviation from a normal expected gait pattern. Limping can be caused by a wide range of factors, but in the case of Maxwell Umweze, it happened from birth. Do you think the reason why you have this out of all your siblings is because you were giving birth at home? Do you think that's the reason?
I don't believe that, because I know a lot of women have attempted that and they succeeded. Mm-hmm. And based on the fact that she already had the experience, it's nothing. You know, it would have still gone successful as others do. Mm. But then I believe that it's just a normal occurrence. It's just how I was supposed to be born. But had it been she went to the hospital, maybe they would have discovered and, possible solution through further time.
True. Life was amazing within the confine of his lovely family. Little did Maxwell know that the world had 2 faces, one of love and acceptance, and the other with discrimination and rejection.
My childhood was such a special one because I lived in an environment of people. I was the only one different. But then here is the twist. Instead of having to live with the trauma of having disability, everyone, I don't know how it happened, but everyone, even in my immediate family, treated me as a special child. So they made me believe when I was young that the reason why this is this way is because I am special and more important than others. So that was one thing they did, which I really appreciate. Every other person in the neighborhood saw me the same way. At some point, some outside Actually, they see me, they will be like, hey, yeah, sorry, yeah, this young. So when they say sorry, I don't understand why they say sorry. Because when I come into my own compound, into my own community, everyone living around appreciated me. Whatever thing they did, they included me. I started playing football, doing other little games at a very young age. And because the leg was special enough to catch ball, they always made me their goalkeeper. And people always wanted me to be on their own team, because if you want to shoot ball and you look at my leg, you will not want to shoot it. You will be beating me. So people wanted me to be at their own league so that I would be a power holding the ball from coming in. And I also had a way of grabbing the ball. So things like that. People wanted to roll with me because whenever we go, if we walk outside, as long as we are walking together, people, all eyes will be on us. So they created this kind of, if it is now, they will call me a celebrity. But then, so I worked with a lot of children. They loved to follow me because of the future. So everybody wanted to work with me. And that was the kind of treatment they gave to me that made me, even if you say, oh, this guy has a disability, I don't believe, I fight it. So at young age, I disbelieved that I had it. So whatever every other person attempted to do, I did it. I followed them to do bicycle stunt. Bicycle stunt, not like the normal bicycle, jumping with bicycle, all those kind of things. I followed them to do the one we create with a stick, add some rollers, and be pushing it. I followed them to climb. I did everything the children did, and sometimes I took the lead. So growing up, it was not a disability. It was a special feature that enabled people to recognize and like me just the way I was.
Wow, fantastic. Your childhood must have been very interesting.
Very.
And that was because there was acceptance and there was no discrimination.
Yes, that is
Now,
true.
fast forward back to today, the world, we find out there's so much discrimination for persons with disabilities. And you who was coming from an environment that you were accepted and you were celebrated, how do you now face this world against that?
Yes, it was a bit difficult when I got admission into the university, because that was when I really understood that I had disability. That was when I started seeing people, treat me as person with disability. And then that was when I felt the trauma, because everyone was normal. Me, I was always referred to as person with disability. I started fighting it even when I was doing registration, when they added disability on my report. It was a very big problem between me and the school I wanted to enter, Ebonyi State University. So they don't have rights to add disability there. I wanted to do geology and geophysics, you can imagine. So they said I cannot do it because I cannot climb the mountains. I was like, do you know how high I can climb? I climb trees, I climb everything. This is what I want to do. I want to explore. I love traveling. I love going to the places where people will not imagine I will go. So why deny me the course? They said physically you cannot do this course. So I had to change the course. That was the first time I said, oh, so this is actually a problem. It's actually going to restrict me from doing things. Then in class, people wanted to treat me differently because they felt I cannot do what they are doing. So it started creating this sense of, okay, you're a kind of a different person from others. I started noticing, okay, actually this is a problem. And then there were some friends I loved to keep friends. But because I was not okay enough, I was not really that presentable for them to carry me along, they avoided me. I know they avoided me when we snap, we take a group picture, they will try to avoid me, they will try to avoid my leg, they don't want me to participate, they don't want me to be there among them, Then when I see other guys, flowing with friends, I just had few people that are pitying me. Not that they want to be with me, but they're just pitied. So those are the experience I had, which is quite different from what I saw when I was a kid. So that was when this thing came on me that, yes, you have disability.
How did he accept his face?
Well, I will not stop saying that my parents, siblings, they played a huge role. Because when my dad then noticed that this is not the son I used to know. I now come back to school. I've been depressed. I lock myself inside the room. I don't step outside. I was already living with that kind of mentality. So he took a step by taking me to the hospital, orthopedic hospital in Enugu. They said, okay, that what we can do is to create something that will kind of help him, maintain his height, because I was really very short and limpy then. So that was how this came in. So they encouraged me. My dad said, you can do everything. There is nothing you cannot do. When they are pushing he had his own truck. He has his own tractor then because he was a farmer. So when they are pushing it, I would like to be at the front to push with others. He said, we know you did all these things and we never restricted you from doing it. We allowed you to join people to fetch water. So you are strong enough. So don't allow what people are doing, don't allow what people are saying to affect you. Rather, look for how you can use it and make people know you, make money from it. As at that time, my dad started impacting this kind of knowledge on me. Then my siblings, when I lived with them, never treated me different. The same way they treated their children was the way they treated me. So whenever I am in school, it's a different world. If I come back home, I will now come, I will like, hey, this is where I'm supposed to be. So that's the kind of training they gave to me. And then I now told myself, I've seen a lot of people with disability. Instead of killing themselves or staying depressed, they have found a way to do unimaginable things, unbelievable things, and they are making it. Why don't I, instead of stay in one place, lock myself and feel bad, why don't I create a niche around it? Use it to actually impact on people's life. Use this to actually make people believe that if I can do it, if I can stand up for hours, like instead of sitting down, I choose to stand to make you know that I can stand with it. So I said, okay, let me use it actually and make people know that it is not a limitation. You can actually use it and create that acceptance you're looking for in the society.
Sure.
So that's how I came to accept what I have.
In spite of the challenges, Maxwell graduated from Ebonyi State University in 2019, Department of Computer Science.
Even before I got into school,
Okay.
I already went for computer training. Then that was one of the first things I did. I started teaching at that young age at around 2011. That was before I wrote my WAEC. I started teaching and that was when I started earning my first salary. So then being a young person and a teacher, teaching people that are older than me was actually fun. And when I entered school, I continued. So while others were looking for how to get money for their parents, I was busy making a lot of money in school. So I started traveling from different states. Sometimes my parents will not be aware because I actually learned how to project while learning all this computer stuff. So I learned how to project, I learned how to use all these small cameras then. So they would call me for a program outside the state. They would pay for my transport. Sometimes they would lodge me. I would go like that. The thing is, come and see somebody with disability, mounting projector, snapping at the same time, doing all these things. So I started doing it. It gave me a lot of money in school.
This is Against All Odds.
He works with Hope Alive for Possibilities Initiative, Happy, where he does his advocacy with media skills. We'll continue, but I want to ask this question. How has relationship been like?
Well, I had this inferiority complex, especially at younger age, because I believed who would even want to be in a relationship with you, considering the fact that you are this way. I started to think differently. I now noticed that most people will want to get close to you because of what you have, not really because of how you look. So I started positioning myself and getting myself ready for it. But I wasn't really into this relationship stuff. I had actually wanted to build my career first. But then I have people that love me and I have someone that loves me as well. And I don't have any other choice than to love Papa. So actually we met in the course of me rendering my media services. She actually liked what I was doing. And then the fact that this was supposed to be an issue, but I was using it to make people happy. In my social media handles, in my status, people go there to laugh. And she was like, what kind of a person will, instead of staying at one place crying always, if you don't see me physically, you will not know. I don't show it. Nobody knows until I tell you that I have this. Sometimes I will walk past you and you will not know. So that they kind of created this kind of person. No, so we got to know ourselves. That was what built the friendship. I was sincere enough to tell the person that I have accepted it this way and I'm looking for how to make much money for this. So looking at this, forget about it too. There's nothing I'm going to do about it. I want to make money with this. Now made her understand that that is it. And that was it. The thing is, I just wanted to be nice, loving, to make sure that this should just be like an exception. But apart from this is a very nice person, kind-hearted, who would solve any kind of problem emotionally and all that. So it's never a limitation. It has never been a limitation to her. And that's why we are good, very good. Well, I'm already seeing myself at the zenith of success. I see myself on top of the world because I believe that, contrary to what people may be thinking, this is actually a gift. It's helped and is also helping me to calm down and not just to accept the reality of life, but also to see this as a chance for me to create that change we've been looking for. I'm actually looking forward to having a community of persons with disability and persons without disability understand that physical challenge or whatever they call disability is not an issue. Or their spouses that have in one way or the other gotten into this. I just want them to know that it is not the end of the world. As long as they can solve problem, as long as they can bring up an ideas that will create wealth, accept them. That is their unique features.
You talk like it's all rosy, it's all sweet, So what are those low moments for you?
The lowest moment I've had was actually created by people's actions towards me. How I had wanted to do something and people stopped me from doing that. It actually made me, I was like, no. Had it been, I was like, maybe I would have done this. And I knew this is what I can do better. What was it I wanted to do? I wanted to run with others. And they were like, no, you cannot run now. When I served, I wanted to match with others. They were like, no, sit down, you can't do this. I was like, I can't do it. Allow me to show you that I can do it. They say, no. We don't want, no. Just don't worry, relax, we understand. So then that was the first time I felt like, wow, they would have just allowed me to do this. Maybe if I was like the other guys, they would have allowed me. I know how to throw my hand very well. I know how to take this step. I can do this perfectly, but well, let me just relax. What did I do? I became a comedian on camp, started making everybody to laugh, jumping around. They were like, okay, this is the same person we are beating, and he's not beating himself. He's jumping all around like kangaroo. You're supposed to sit down. So I later, at the end of the day, had a way to clear out the thing that was supposed to bring me down and made everybody laugh. And I'm still very popular in Jigawa State, NYC camp.
Which moments have been your proudest?
I won the best media person in school.
Fantastic.
And two, I have had so many recognitions even in my state. I believe a lot of people believe in me. So when I got my first contract to come work with the state, to come brand for their list screen, I was opportune to see my governor then. And when he saw me, he didn't act like he has seen a person with disability. He looked at me and said, wow, you look smart. I've finally seen someone who believes in me, who doesn't want to judge me based on my looks. And I took it upon myself to make everyone proud. And I did. They were really very proud of my services. And I want to remain thankful for that.
Maxwell's journey has been that of determination and resilience, passion-driven and positivity in the face of advancement.
I want to let you know that your child is a gift from God to you. And no matter how your child is, whether the person is with disability or not, you have to accept that gift. And I would also encourage you to take care of that gift that you have. The fact that the person is with disability does not mean that you should isolate the person. You may actually be isolating the most important thing you have. Just take care of them, give them reasons to know that that is not a limitation.
This is Against All Odds.
News beats on Against All Odds, capturing the investiture of Dr. Pat. Now, the interesting thing is, he is all out to ensure that he tackles the menace, hepatitis. Persons with disabilities do not even know their status. They do not even know their fate. And Dr. Pat is ready to dig into this community and ensure safety for this set of people. Take a look. Rotarian Dr. Pat Ifeanyi Orama is a certified consultant with proven track record of delivering exceptional results.
Pat is a very versatile person. I don't know how this woman managed him. He's ever restless and acquiring knowledge.
He is the chairman of Diabetic and Hepatitis Care Services. Dr. Pat Orama is a man passionate about persons with disabilities, with a driven passion to elevate them.
He's a president, he's a president.
The scourge of hepatitis is such that it needs a very, very proactive attack. So we are going to concentrate on that. We're going to look at people with disability in the society. We are going to focus very much on them. Diabetes is also a scourge and it's a silent killer. Many people don't even know their status. We are going to concentrate on that. Then the main focus of focus, which is polio, we are going to fight polio until the last person.
Partnering with Against All Odds, especially in his campaign to eradicate polio and the elimination of hepatitis C and control of hepatitis B in Nigeria. His friends and well-wishers added their voices to his passion for persons with disabilities.
We've distributed up to 30 wheelchairs in the past, so now we're going to do more.
Dr. Pat Orama is somebody who, when he believes in anything, he follows it to the end. So for Sapphire Club Abuja, I feel this is a big deal. Having him as their president at this time, he has chosen certain projects to work on. One is on eradication of polio.
I see him, after mass engaging with, some of those people with challenges, and, he's quite accessible to a lot of people. So I think he's going to do well there.
This is Against All Odds.
Everyone is a brand. You are a brand. You can make yourself different. Just carve a niche for yourself. Believe in who you are. Believe in what you can become. And then be that person that will turn things around for good. Thank you for staying with us on Against All Odds. Just know that not all disabilities are visible, so you do not judge a book by its cover.
Audio